That's me. And most people say my bushy eyebrows, quirky black glasses, and flagrant Boston accent make me ideally suited for talking about weird beers. I'm a high school history teacher, and earlier this year during April vacation, I discovered a place in Glendale called Bear Cove Brewery that had several unusual craft brewskis on tap. The owner, Bronsan Suds Belton, is originally from Massachusetts like me, and he makes everything from elegant Belgian-style ales to experimental pilsners brewed with lobster claws and onions sautéed in butter. I'd never seen anything like it or tasted anything like it for that matter. The summer seasonal burnt human hair was almost as adventurous as its name, and its thin white head bubbled with citrus and melted caramel. I was hooked after one visit. Every night for the next 2 weeks, I would leave school and mosey up to the bar and sample a new bold and brave beverage. Boiled cabbage ale, decaying elephant corpse, bacon grease imperial stout. I tried them all. There was something about the decor, the service, and the culture that I thoroughly enjoyed. For some reason, most likely the high alcohol content of the pints, I felt invigorated, free, almost dangerous. I'm getting married in the next couple months, and my inner bowels have been urging me to explore. What, I don't know. After 2 weeks of exhaustive soul searching, I decided to abandon the need to know exactly what in the wild was calling for me. I just embraced the fact that an expedition was in order. Luckily, one day on my lunch break, I stumbled upon the June issue of Los Angeles magazine. In it was a compelling profile on Brother Aaron Amir, a Trappist monk who lives in a small hut on the top of Molehill Mountain, Southern California's strangest mountain. According to the story, he spends his waking hours obeying an ancient way of life guided by the principles of simplicity, obedience, and prayer. Oh, and brewing what he claims to be the world's first holy beer. He's spent the last 2 years in seclusion working to perfect all the essential ingredients of his unrivaled golden nectar. Next week, he's inviting the public, well, those brave and thirsty enough to scale the summit, to join him in sampling the world's first and only God-breathed brew. It was obvious I had found my almighty excursion. The big question mark was, who in the hell was going to get to join me on this fantastic journey? After much careful and thoughtful consideration, there was only one obvious choice: Bronsan Suds Belton. So one Saturday afternoon, after downing 3 potent IPAs, I decided to write him a long and detailed letter outlining my intentions, the specifics of the trip, and the allure of the unprecedented liquid sleep formula for naked frat fun. But my passionate and intimate approach was different, and apparently my sincerity or desperation spoke to his own ambitions for himself in Bear Cove Brewery. To make beers so revolutionary and dynamic that they couldn't be judged by customary standards, and to live a life less ordinary, always challenging the norms of the clockwork universe. And so, a week later, Suds gave me a call and invited me down to his Playa del Rey beach house to discuss the details. And this, my friends, is where our adventure begins.
I feel like sunshine. You blow my mind.
Welcome, my fine man of the mountain adventures.
It is so great to meet you.
I'm Suds Belton.
I know. Thank you so much for having me down here.
Yeah, you're welcome. What's this?
I got you a little gift. Some light beer I found. It's like, you know, you probably drank everything.
Yeah, well, you know, life is too short to be drinking cheap beers.
Yeah, it's light. I gotta watch the little LBs. I'm getting married in a couple months.
Well, light beers for people who don't like the taste of beer. They just like to piss a lot. Do you like to piss a lot?
Not really.
Well, come on inside. I got something awesome for you to taste. Come here.
Oh, wow. This place is amazing.
You like it? Yeah, wait till you try this. But smell it first. What is it?
Oh my God, that is horrible.
Yeah, I know. It smells like the backside of a homeless guy's grundle, but it's delicious. Wait till you taste it.
Jesus. I like its colors.
Thanks.
Cheers. Down the hatch.
Here's to the mountain.
Wow, it's actually really good. What is it?
This is called crotch vomit.
Crotch vomit?
Yeah.
I love the name of your beers.
Thanks. You know, it took me about 3 months to perfect in a rented hunting lodge in Encino. I used 3 oak casks for the aging so that each of the native respective funks would culture the beer. And then I blended it all together and awesomeness was born. Crotch vomit.
I'm sold.
Yeah, well you better be, because I only made 8 barrels of this. And what you're drinking is the ultra collectible, rare release Air Jordan shit. And some beer geeks around here would kill you for a sip. Consider yourself lucky.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Hey, I'm Mikey.
you can call me Baby Suds.
You're Bronson's brother.
Yeah, his half brother. Hey, and you need to forget everything you know about beer, or that you think you know about beer. Next to these amateurs that try to sell this piss on TV, my brother's a genius. That's like comparing Homer Simpson to Jessica Simpson. You just can't do it, brah.
Man, I'm trying his crotch vomit. It's delicious.
Hey, it may smell like a border collie stale breath mixed with a bunch of smash assholes, but that is the best farmhouse ale to ever grace these luscious lips.
I gotta be honest, the smell's secondary to me. I love it.
Let me ask you something. My brother's a busy man. How'd you get him to ever agree to this ridiculous, ludicrous endeavor?
Honestly, you wanna know?
Yeah.
I wrote him a letter.
He wrote me a letter.
Hey!
In this age of digital communication and Facebook and Schmacebook, he writes me a letter.
This is it?
Old school. I like it.
He does it on the back of a craft beer menu.
This is our
Even
boy.
better.
This is our boy.
Hey, man, my idea was I gotta get through to you some sort of way. I figured intimacy is the best way, you know?
Hey, why don't we show him how we collect driftwood and make a fire?
I like it. Let's
All right.
do this.
My reputation's been based on creating extreme ales, like my Man Meat IPA, one of the strongest beers of its kind in the world.
Oh my God, this is how I found you guys. I was at this spot over in Silver Lake and I ordered a man meat. Man, I was buzzed after the first pint.
That's because it has more hops than LeBron James. And it's stronger than him, too.
Yeah, the beer is delicious, but the marketing campaign was brilliant. Have your girl hold your Man Meat. Man Meat IPA, Bear Cove Brewery.
And also try our burnt human hair Hefeweizen.
Yeah, your typical IPA has about 6% alcohol. Mine has 18% alcohol. And it's brewed for 2 weeks with a continuous infusion of hops. And then it's fermented with even more.
Now, I don't mean to sound rude. I don't know if it's like the excessive hoppiness, but like it finishes for me with like, I don't know. I mean, acid rainstorm with worms comes to mind. I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But has anybody ever said any of that, or am I just kind of?
Well, yeah, that's because of the hops.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but when you're creating new brewing techniques and new beer styles, you have to challenge the norms. Listen, I'm an intrepid iconoclast. I have a stellar palate, and most people don't agree with that. They're probably just sober.
So how do you know these people?
Well, I don't really know them.
Wait, you don't know them, but you're gonna hike up the side of a mountain with them?
Well, I know of them. They're very successful brewmasters.
Okay, now I'm confused.
Honey, even I don't know why I'm doing this trip. I just feel like I need a little adventure before the wedding. You just gotta trust me about this.
Okay. Well, don't drink too much beer while you're there. I don't want you to have a belly for our wedding photos.
I won't. Don't worry about it. I could suck in. Mount Molehill is famous for its natural vistas of steep and narrow paths, strange wanderers, and its rigorous hiking trail to the summit. It's home to a plethora of coyotes, rattlesnakes, and a monastery where monks of past dynasties made pilgrimages, making it the holy land of isolation and enlightenment. To reach its peak, you don't need high-tech equipment or fancy gear. You just need determination, a love of nature, and if you think ahead, a few custom-made growlers full of potent farmyard beer. The morning we began our travels, the mountain was in its finest colors. Summer had brought to it a splendid robe, gorgeous and glowing, its green adorned with wild flowers, and the bloom of bush and tree like a gigantic stretch of tapestry.
Why'd you propose to your bride?
Cool story, actually. I surprised her in the lobby of her work with a light bright, and I wrote, "Will you?" ?
What the fuck's a light bright?
You'll have to excuse baby Suds. He was too preoccupied with girls to think about toys when he was a kid. You know, light bright. Used to put the pegs in, make pictures.
That's true. I got laid when I was 3. Hasn't stopped since.
Wow, great.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, and I am, I'd wager everything I have on this guy smashing up some girl on this mountain.
Wait, this mountain? I mean, come on, man. We're like in the middle of nature.
Do not underestimate the powers of this guy.
You know what? I bet you're a growler it doesn't happen.
Ah, you're on, my good man. And don't let me down, little brother.
Why don't you tell our new friend how you proposed to your broad?
Oh, well, my first wife. Yeah, that was a good one. Basically, we were cocked in this place, Chinese joint, on Mai Tais, right? I take the ring, I stick it at the bottom of the scorpion bowl. We suck it down like a slush puppy, eating crab rangoons. She's drunk, she says yes.
So it worked.
Not really. In fact, to the tune of my car, my house, and about 20,000 alimony checks I'll be paying for the next 20 years.
I'm hoping that's not going to happen to me. My girl is a sweetheart, and I feel 100% that she's the one, so.
Well, as long as you know this one thing, don't ever take them for granted. That's the one thing they don't want.
My thing is I just got to get her to love beer. It's so annoying drinking all these wines all the time, you know? So
You're never going to get a girl to love beers.
No?
No.
Not even holy beer.
Maybe the holy beer.
We'll see, boys. I think it's this way. Hey, wait, you guys hear something?
What is that?
I hear like music or something. Ooh. Hello?
Change my mind, but I'm already gone. Follow the danger signs I left behind. Oh, 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 but I'm already gone. Follow the danger signs I left behind. Oh, 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 oh.
That was amazing.
Thanks, great, thank you.
Bravo.
All right. Love it. Now you need to come up to the top of the mountain with us.
What's up there?
Magical monks and cold beer.
Sold!
Let's go.
Just let me gather my things.
Sure.
I'll help you, that pretty lady.
Oh, thank you, pretty boy.
You know, I've never met anyone that talks about beer more than you.
Well, my whole life revolves around inhaling the sacred incense of the drinking man. My father gave me my first beer when I was 8 years old. I always thank him for it.
Man, tell you, whatever you do, you're doing it great because I love your beers.
Well, what I do is I take my hard knocks and I instill them in weird beers that I create. Like my seasonal Dead Dog IPA. You ever drank it?
Delicious.
Yeah, well, it's named after my pit bull, Fecal Face. Yeah, he got killed in a drive-by shooting.
Oh, what was it, like a gang hit or something?
No, he was just running in the yard, barked at some wrong guys, and they shot him. Really senseless. Not only was he my best friend, but he used to guard my sacred beer cooler.
Dude, that dog was a beast.
Yeah, remember the time you went in there and tried to touch some of my secret sauce, and he bit you in the man business?
That's actually how we came up with the name Man Meat.
Yeah,
IPA.
that's how it came.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was an awesome dog. But you get new dogs.
That's true. Your dog dies, you get a new dog.
Ooh ah, la la la. 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 Ooh ah, la la la.
Woo! I told you this trip was a great idea.
No doubt.
Hey, school teacher, go do your thing.
Give him?
Yeah.
Hi. I got money. Thank you. That was awesome. All right.
I'm gonna take it from here, guys. I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Can I have my guitar back though? Thanks.
You, my friend, are gonna owe me one growler.
We'll see.
You need to come with me.
Makes me lose control. I feel your wet.
I brewed fewer than 10 batches before I even hung up my open sign, and I rarely use the same recipe twice.
Wait. How do you know like what ingredients to put in?
Oh, well, most home brewers will tell you. What we do is we just start off pulling stuff out of the cabinets, you know, and then you just throw them all in there and see what happens, you know. I became the MacGyver of experimental brewing. I made a seasonal with Twizzlers. You know, I made an imperial stout with roasted peanuts from Fenway Park and black olives. It was disgusting to smell. It's delicious.
Those are the days, my brother.
Ah, there he is.
I'd like you to meet my new sexy little girl.
Hey.
Hello there. How are you?
Nice to meet you. I guess I lost the bet.
You sure did.
Ah.
I told you.
Oh, we're betting on a sports game. Don't worry about
This
it.
guy's amazing.
Oh, you guys look cute together.
Hey guys, I think we're getting close to the top of this summit in Monk headquarters. What do you think we go over there?
Yes.
A little hike, honey?
So I take it I'm grabbing my own thing now. Cool. Sounds good.
As you guys know, the rule is pray and work, work and pray. Those are the two pillars of our Trappist life. But if we were to pray constantly, we'd lose our minds. We would really go nuts. There has to be a balance. There's a balance between monastic life and the work. It has to be. That's why we get our balance in brewing.
Yeah, this is it. We made it.
They exist!
Gentlemen,
This is where you're doing the brewery tasting today, right? I mean, obviously.
Okay?
Yeah.
I read a story about you, Brother Aaron, right?
Yes, I am.
I read the story about you, and I'm really honored to be here, and I think this is amazing.
Thank you. Try some of our house beer.
Oh, this is your house beer? Oh, okay.
That's our run-of-the-mill stuff.
Now, let me ask you this. How long have you guys been up here brewing beer, and do you live up here? What's your story?
Well, myself, I retreated to this mountain about 8 years ago. Before that, I was a captain in the Belgian police force, believe it or not.
What? You were Popo?
Let's just say we are separated from the world, but we do find the world and encounter it within ourselves. You can't become a saint just by entering a monastery. Like anything else of value, you got to earn it, and that takes time.
brothers, let me introduce myself. I am Suds Belton, also an elite brewmaster. And we have come many miles to try and taste your fantastic holy beer. This man is getting married in 2 weeks. And it would bring us great pleasure to sit and drink with you and hear about its noble history.
Let us adjourn to the woodshed and continue the conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Up with this, and I found the original ingredients, and this is the holy beer right here.
Let me ask you something. How much would it cost for me to fill these growlers with the holy beer?
unfortunately, we're not allowed to let you take the beer all the way down the hill and expose it to the real world.
It's a question of money.
I'm sorry.
We have money.
I'm sorry.
This is not open for discussion.
Well, listen,
we made a decision.
If you don't think we're worthy to have your holy beer, the whole time you guys have been really standoffish. And I don't know if you're you're judging us, and I can tell. My friends and I, we came a long way to try this holy beer.
As a guest, you can drink all
Oh
the
my
beer.
God! Wow.
I've worked too long and too hard to create, or recreate, I should say, the holy beer. And quite frankly, this group, I do not deem you worthy of having any of my creation.
Baby, I'll tell you anything that you want to hear. Maybe that's not the right.
It was a strange ending to a voyage that had commenced in a bizarre manner. I dwelled on how much originality and unforced fun radiated from our motley crew who, just a couple days ago, didn't even know each other, and who now, for one day, condemned to lead a life of extreme intimacy, jointly defying the anxiety of approaching nuptials and the agonizing monotony of the terrain.
Start all over again. The sooner that you understand that the end is not the end. Give me a full tank of gas and a will to move. Wanna travel with the sun till it sets into the blue. Well, I once was lost, but now am found, looking for that sweet, sweet sound. Oh, amazing grace, wanna fly on to that special place that could take a wretched man like me, place a